Riders, welcome to Eurobike, and we are looking for the top 10 e-bike products of this year's Eurobike. And number one has to be the DJI motor. Let's check it out. And riders, here it is, the AMFlow, which is rocking the new DJI e-bike motor, which has 120 newtons of torque, 1,000 watts of peak power, and an 800 watt hour battery or a 600 watt hour battery. And riders, get this, this is coming in at 19.2 kilos with a 600 watt hour battery in this configuration. And riders, if you want to see how it rides, my first look video is up here or in the show notes. Now, let's go check out what else is new. And number two, the ZF e-bike motor. And number two, we're at the ZF stand. And who is ZF? I did not know before today. They actually have been in the motor industry for the last 100 years, and pretty much every Volkswagen has a ZF clutch in it. That's what I've been told. So riders, they are absolutely massive players in the motorsport industry, and this is their new motor. So this motor weighs 2.5 kilos. It has 90 newtons of torque and 600 watts of peak power. In this tiny little unit, it does look a little bit like a TQ motor, a little bit bigger. I love the idea of this. It's got no mounts on it, so it just mounts through the bottom of the bottom bracket here. Quite similar to an old school BMX bottom bracket. Love that idea. And it has 4 assistant modes, and it's available in either a 504 watt hour battery or a 756. Now, these guys are going to be players. I'm loving the size of this, and with the experience of 100 years in the motor industry, definitely got to test it. So this Sunday, well, in 2 days we're testing it. We're going to do a first look, but it's going to be quite a bit of a deep dive, so make sure you subscribe to check out that. And now riders, let's go see what's next. And number three, possibly the new Bosch CX Gen 5 motor. Quite possibly, we have spotted a Bosch CX Gen 5. We're at the M1 stand, and this is the M1 EN400SX, which I tested last year with the SX motor, which has 55 newtons of torque, which is a lot smaller than the CX Gen 4. But riders, check out this. It's wrapped in plastic. It has a CX Gen 4 badge on it. The form factor is a lot, I would say it's more similar to the SX than the CX Gen 4. So it's a lot smaller. The only thing I'm seeing is it's a little bit bigger at the bottom here than the SX. So riders, are we possibly seeing the first look of the new Bosch CX Gen 5? I think we are. And if I'm thinking or speculating about what those differences or improvements are going to be, obviously it's smaller. It's probably going to be lighter. It's probably going to be a little bit more powerful, maybe, but it is smaller, so it might be the same power. We're probably going to get a 500 watt hour battery, so you can use a range extender with it, giving you a 500 or a 750. I would say they're going to improve that rattle a little bit. I'm also reckoning it's going to be a little bit quieter because Bosch's aren't the quietest motors on the market. Anyway, riders, it's only day one. And number four, the Schwalbe Clik valve. We're at the Schwalbe stand, and check out the brand new Schwalbe Clik valve. This thing is absolutely game changing, and I think it is the best invention I've seen at Eurobike this year. Actually, the best invention I've seen for ages. Because riders, think about it. How long has the pressure valve been around for? 50, 80 years? I actually don't know, a long time. And check out how this works. So the Schwalbe Clik valve is so simple. You can adapt any pump to it. You have all different valves here. Well, you have adapters for your old valves. And this is what we're looking at here in the middle. So all you do is click it on, and that's it. Click it off, you don't lose any air. You have 50% more flow, and I'm gonna say about 95% faster, because with a Presta or with a French valve, you have to undo it, take a little bit of pressure off, put the pump on, and then do it back up. And sometimes you can lose a little bit of air. So again, look at it. Like that, pump it up, take it off. Amazing, game changer. And these are coming out to me next week. I cannot wait to get them on my bike. Number five, the Rotwild R.EXC. We're at the Rotwild stand, and check out the R.EXC, which is the new enduro e-bike, because Rotwild only make e-bikes and we only talk about e-bikes. So riders, this is rocking 170 at the front. We have 160, 150 or 145. we also have a removable 820 watt hour battery. And I tested the R.EXC 375 about 6 months ago, blown away by that bike. And I absolutely love this quick release battery system. So you can basically take the battery out in 1 or 2 seconds and there's no rattle, and like the fit is unbelievably good. And also we've got the Shimano EPA01 with that new firmware. So riders, I'm going to be actually testing it, putting it against the Bosch to see how it compares. I hear it is very good. Only mullet because it's a race bike and only mullet is the way to go. Riders, this beast is starting from 9,000 euros. And again, fingers crossed, I might be testing it. Number 6, the giant fat bike. And look what we've found. A fat bike has finally made it to the mainstream. Giant have just released the Yukon E Plus. Check out these tires. This is gonna be awesome in Madrid with the snow. Gonna have to get one of these on test. So we're rocking, I think it's 120 at the front, absolutely massive tires, not sure on the diameter. We got a Sync Drive Pro motor with 85 Newton meters, aluminium frame, I believe a 625, but also with the Giant systems, they are backwards compatible. So you can get a 5, a 625, or an 800. And riders, what are you thinking? This bike, I believe, is coming in one model for 4,500 euros. Number 7, the fully custom Scott e-bike. And now we're in the Scott stand, and check out this beautiful beast. And it's by the one and only Dangerholm, and it is an e-bike. So we've got a TQ motor here, we've got a 320 watt hour battery, we have a display, and we also have a remote hidden behind the grips. Just check out the attention to detail. Dangerholm normally does super light bikes, but this is like his own take, or it's inspired by Mad Max, and it's called the Wasteland, and I absolutely love it. And the competition is on for the best looking e-bike at Eurobike. This is high up there. Riders, vote in the comments which is your favorite best looking e-bike. Number 8, the Orbea Rise. And here we are at the Orbea stand, and it's the first time I've seen the brand new Orbea Rise Gen 3 in its flesh, and it is looking absolutely amazing. So the Orbea Rise is available in a 140/140 or a 150/150 or a 160/150. It is rolling on 29 wheels. You can get it in a 420 watt hour or a 630 watt hour battery. You can also get a range extender of 210 watt hours. And riders, and it's got the Shimano EP801 with the RS tune, and now you're getting the full 85 millimeters of torque, but it is limited to 500 watts of peak power. But this bike is super light, you're not gonna tell. So I believe in the lightest configuration with 140/140 and the 420 watt hour battery, it is coming in at 16.2 kilos. This has to be one of the lightest e-bikes on the market right now. What do you think, riders? And number 9, the Nicolai Saturn 16 MGU. And now we're at the Pinion stand, and check out the Nicolai Saturn 16 MGU. And riders, last year I did test the Pinion gearbox and motor system on the Rotwild. I was very impressed, but I think you would agree, this bike is absolutely stunning, and I think it is winning the best looking e-bike at Eurobike this year so far. So what have we got? It's a Nicolai aluminium frame. This thing is a piece of art. We got the Pinion gearbox and motor drive unit. I believe we have a 720 watt hour battery. We got Intend suspension, which look beautiful. I think we've got Trick Stuff brakes. We got Hope hubs. This bike, and Crank Brother pedals, of course. This bike is absolutely dripping, and I'm loving it. And number 10, this is Bear's pick. We're at the Johnson stand, and check out this cargo bike. Why is this in the video? Well, riders, this is a Bear request, because she's been looking at all these cargo bikes saying they're going to be perfect for our 2 dogs that we don't have yet. Yes, I know. That's what I've been dealing with, riders. But anyway, that is the first day and a half of Eurobike. Let me know what your favorite item or e-bike product is in the comments. And like always, stay safe out there, and we're going to see you soon.